Uh-huh. Okay. Big toes, touch them together. Good. Bring your knees up.
Shoeless or with
I'll start with your shoes on. If you want those off at any point, we can do it. Go ahead and bring your knees down into that foam. Good. Now just slightly lift them off. So there's just a little space. Whoop. Yeah, tiny, like a cracker size space. Big toes together. Tighten your inner thighs towards one another. Feel that engage the pelvic floor, the inside of the hip, the glutes, the adductor, the abductor. Now point your toes towards the nose. That's going to add a little more tension. I'm going to elongate your legs here a little bit. Okay? And then take a deep breath. Tighten here. Big breath. Open the shoulders a bit. Good. Thumbs at the base of the rib cage. Yes. And then pinkies on top of the pelvis. So this space right here, take a breath, and that should get bigger. Good. And then when you breathe out, don't let the space get any smaller. Each breath, a little more. Toes towards the nose. Up, down, good. Make sure this is tight. I'm gonna grab a block. How tall are you? Feel that you get into that full 6'3" when you take those breaths. I want you to visualize that because each rib connects into the thoracic spine. So as you expand, you're actually creating length through that mid-spine. And when you tighten that foam block, don't let me pull it out. Oh, don't let me. Hold on to it. Good. As you do that, you're pulling down on the pelvis, which is the base of the spine. So it'd be like if I pull your feet one way and I pull your shoulders up the other. Open the shoulders, watch this, take the hands up, all the way up and all the way back. Yeah, you feel that length? So this is before bed and after bed. You get it in morning and evening, then you know that you're washing away the effects of the day and you're preparing for a day with a preventative piece. I'm going to add some variations to this position, but the important piece here for you, I want you to think 3 breaths, 3 sets. That's going to give you a good stimulus. If you press your hands together, if you squeeze the ball, you match the same pressure with that foam block, you're going to get more out of the shoulder and we're going to start to target that neck in this supine position. Gravity is helpful, right? It's pulling the head back. You sleep with a pillow, and your head's constantly pushed forward even more. Yes. Pilates ball. Big pink ball. Push it to compress it. It's so manly. I've got pink blocks and pink balls. Just try to pop it. There you go. Good. Now reach it out and bring it up. You're going to add just a little more tension with that behavior because the harder you push into that, the more push it back. I can also add the bigger version. Okay? You could do this with dumbbells, right? But when you start loading the hands, make sure that you're moving slow because you risk using momentum and bring the ball down to your tummy, hold it there, unlock down here, take a short break. This is the reaction response of relaxation because you tension the whole body, take a breath to expand, and when you breathe out, things should, yeah. So there's an intention and a visual aspect to this as well. You trick the brain into relaxing even further, especially before bed. Now I want to ramp you up. Okay, so I'm going to, from this point forward, I'm going to be moving up tissues, moving tissues. You'll hear me cue you. Good expansive breath throughout this. The next thing we're going to do is called a shin tracer. Okay, so start in the position 1, that's the supine work. And then we're going to pick up, let's see, yeah, right heel and put it on top of the left shin. Good, wonderful. Trace up, yep. So up and down on that shin. Now go ahead and reset the hands right here. Another one. Good. Down. Last one. Make sure this bottom hip closes like we did in the first one. And you're going to notice that that pelvis and that hip is a little more honest. Good. Switch to the other side. Good. Harder. Toes towards the nose. Good. If I wanted to add more stimulus, I tell you to push the heel into the mat. You'll feel the hamstring tighten. Yep. Oh, this one. To the bottom side. So you got.
Oh, okay.
Good. Pause there. Good. Bring this hand. You see this hand? Push it on the outside of the block. Push that block into the inside of the thigh. Push the thigh into the block. Now you've got an isometric on the inside of the hip. Take this hand, put it up behind you, press the thumb into the mat. Wonderful. Now, holding this here, extend the foot up into the sky. Yep, and that extends the hamstring. This gives you this behavior back, that full hinge, one side at a time. Now come back down, back up, come back down, back up. Point this across the body. Point this under. Close this hip. Good. Close this hip. Wonderful. That's better. Pause. Give me an ankle circle. This one.
Ankle.
PA. Right?
Tobillo. PA is feet or foot.
Okay, there's a difference in the
Tobillo,
foot behavior.
ankle, or foot.
I'm learning. Good. So that's how I would decompress the foot. You can keep the hip engaged and then you get your full tension versus if you didn't have the hip engaged. You
Isolate.
yes. From the hip into the knee, the ankle and the hip. If we can synchronize this, it protects the knee. So far it is. So because what we're creating is a pull down on the base of the spine, and then the breath, remember, it pulls out, and then the shoulders pull up, and then you're just adding the iso. Do the other side.
Toe up, like this.
Yep. Okay, so here's what I want you to know. Tracing the shin with the heel, make sure that the hip stays in a good quality range of motion. Versus if it's not there, there's no telling how you get up and down. Nice. With the block, I want you to point it into this soft tissue, right above the knee towards the hip. And then you could apply pressure in different areas on that inner thigh, and you'll feel that there's different lines of muscle. Nice work. Close this hip. Good. That's the last piece. Give me an ankle circle. Good. Spread the toes, crinkle them, spread the toes, crinkle them. Nice. Cool. Gravity was helpful. Yes?
Yeah.
Let's work against it. Go ahead and roll over on your tummy. You did?
Yeah.
Oh. I miss those nights. I miss running up and down. You guys play full court?
Yeah, we played yesterday with a bunch of people that came in players.
Fun.
Yeah, there was this guy that was like 6'7", he's pretty good.
Of course, did you get paired up with him?
No, I didn't actually. It's just like yeah, I play, since I played in college over there, so I played shooting guard. I'm tall here.
Built like a guard. In Oklahoma, though, they go, oh, you're the tallest guy on the team. You play the middle. You're like, I don't want to do that. I don't
Well, I
want
had to here because, of course, I was on the college guys. And then I played it.
No kidding.
Yeah. So then
You
I
play quality ball.
I played NCAA. I'm not NCAA. So I played.
That's even more quality.
No,
You gotta know the game. Yeah.
think
tell him
about
no?
that? Did you think about that?
Did I tell him? Yeah.
What was I thinking about in that moment?
No. Did you think about that in Honduras we didn't have like electricity and stuff at some point? Or stuff like that?
No.
Most people in the States, when they come here, they're like, "You have a microwave?"
Man.
I mean, you have technology,
Right.
and we're like, what?
You gotta understand though that I like, what did I bring with me here? I brought like all my fishing equipment and a water filter. That way I can get something if things hit the fan.
No.
Like
Don't
20
start
minutes,
him on that.
20 minutes on in the lake on the way up.
Don't start him on
I'm
that.
finishing strong with you. You're my last guy here.
Yay!
I am, it's all still in my bag. But I have it, in case like the power goes out. I can live off the land, and I know that I'd be able to assimilate here, is what I told people. I wouldn't actually run for the embassy. I would just wait it out, because if it's a problem here, there's probably problems at home too. So I have lots of good people here. I felt like this is
He
a
wants
very
to stay here.
coming here with the intent of I'm trying to set something up where I can come home. This was never a hey, I'm going to visit this once and never see you guys. I just ate with them and I told her it's incredible to work with them because they've cared. She's been in an online group with me.
Yeah. Previously, before you got that Sunday, unfortunately.
They call that Irish twins. We just had our first. I've got 16 months under my belt now. My kid now knows how to push a stool over and stand up and put the light switch on and off. You'll see it. You'll see it. Once you see it, you can never unsee it.
I know that. Okay, you can join her now. Ya puede usted ponerse con ella y hacer the rockers.
So, man, I've created a superhuman out of mine, right? Like the whole time it's just been my first hands-on science experiment. I no longer have to walk up to a stranger and say, "Can I take a picture of your kid?" You may not understand why, you may think it's weird, but I really do video of that.
Now you have your boy.
Now I can just do it. And that's what my book is going to improve because I'm going to have the developmental process from start to finish in there. And it's going to be one unit instead of a lot. So when they develop, I put their tummy in my ball and I straddle their hands. Okay, so then I can increase the effects of gravity. So you're in a position that's prone, which is the precursor to the crawl. But how does the baby get up? If you put them on their tummy, they've got to learn to roll left and right. The other piece here is I want them to learn that this spine has long muscles that attach from the top of the head to the base of the head. So in order to engage those in this physical position, bring the hands down to this good. Elbows kind of tight towards the body. Take a big breath. And then when you exhale, the next breath, I want you to create space between the face and the mat, and the chest and the mat. So breath in, raises up, coming, and when you breathe out, don't let it fall back down. So after 3 breaths, you should have a good 3 to 4 inches between your chest and your mat. What you should feel is, I see it right here, the strong back, right? This is the shoulder that connects them. You feel this ridge up here, the shoulder blade. See if you can pull them to my fingers. Nice. That's what it feels like to pack the shoulders. And when you pack the shoulders, now push the knees into the mat, and you'll feel the butt go up. So at this point, you have the whole spine engaged, yes? Over the hands, just a little bit off the ground. Good. Now flip the elbows off the mat. So you get to the point where you can bring the whole arm off. So no forearm, good, no chest, no. Wonderful. Now bring your big toes towards one another. Yes. What do you feel? It's the same position you were in on your back. Just now gravity is trying to pull you towards it. And it's working against it. consistent with these, your body starts to move more efficiently because you've engaged tissues that you and I don't use like we should. When you sit down on your bottom, it compresses the base of the spine, and all of this basically gets slacked in this position. The next variation I like to use is you keep one hand up, you bring one elbow back down. Now tighten towards my hand. Go ahead and relax. I'm going to show you here. Bend an elbow. Good. Pack it down towards here. So you're trying to tighten this. Not alternate. Big breath. Good. Now don't let either hand touch. Good. And fluidly move from right to left. Yes. So one side tightens, the other side lengthens. Tighten here. Good. Tighten here. Squeeze that. Squeeze my hand in here. Squeeze my hand in here. Good. There you go. Better. Better, better, better. Nice. Slow it down, and you'll recruit more muscle that when we use momentum we don't use. These tiny little tissues back. Nice burn. Now that you've done what we have at this point, hands here, look left and right, nice and easy. No pressure in the hands, because that's going to load the neck. Both sides equal. Look up, down, left, right. So once you decompress the thoracic spine, now you can get somewhere with that. Alright. Next one. Relax. Push your knees into the mat. That points the butt up in the air, right? I want you to push through the hands and take your butt back into that medicine ball. Good. Keep coming back. Can you bring your left hip into the ball?
Left hip.
All the way back. All the way back. Go forward. Good. Bring both hips into the ball. Go forward. Keep doing that.
One knee is in front of the other. Not a right.
Do you feel on the way back how you favor this side?
Yeah.
I want you to go
Is that you can bend
go here and go left and right. The way we're just going to work. That's it. So you max out and then keep taking the other back down. So I want you to remember range of control. Right? Just come where you can keep them equal, go side to side.
So I
Pull
go
balance and pulse.
back as far as I can.
No, as far as you can, no, as far
forward.
as you
Good.
use both.
Now
at the
slowly
same
come
time.
back. Pause. Okay? Good. Pause right here. Reach up with the left hand. What's that feel like? Opens this side, right? Now bring it back just a little bit. Bring this knee back. Good. Now, reach with that left hand. Good. Opens this up, right? Because this gets all your force all the time. Now tighten this side. Tighten this hip. Right through here. The glutes. That's like the deepest part of them. Try to tighten that and push the top of the foot into the mat. Good. And can you lift this leg? Beautiful. Close the hip. Good. Open the hip. When you open the hip, it comes forward. Good. And when you close the hip, it goes back. Nice. If you want to bring the hands further back, you'll get. Go ahead and rest. I'm gonna go grab that ball right back. Give you something. We may modify this quite a bit, but what I want you to see is that rockers is what I was going after, and you tolerate right to here, which is good. And then the left side wants to do all the work, so I want to load the right column, right? And then the next phase here is I'm actually going to give you something to have your hands on. That's going to increase the angle in the hip. It's going to open it. And that's going to make this more of an upright position. Perfect. Together. I'm gonna have you put the ball on this and put your knees here. So crawl a little bit forward. You're a big guy. Maybe you needed 5.
Want to make one?
No, it's perfect. Nice, right there. Big toes together. Good. Push the tops of the feet and the outside of the shin into that mat. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Push into that. Good. Both sides. Equal pressure. Pull this one back. Good. Now, take the hands on top of the ball. Sort of opening the hip up. Bring the chest tall. Keep coming. Bring this part of the chest tall. Bring the eyes from the wall against the ceiling. Bring this back. There you go. Better, better. I want this longer and taller where it looks more like this. Better. What happens if you push through the hands? That's where I want you. Okay? Deep breath. Where do you feel this the most? Shoulders? Shoulders. Can you push the hips further back? Is that tolerable? Nope. Do you reach a bony block?
Yeah, it's my knees.
Okay. Rolling forward and back. A little bit. Nice. Nice. How is that on the knee? Tolerable? Good. Big breath. Good. Go ahead and bring the ball up under here, relax on it, lay on top of it. So I would skip all of the everything after toe touch rocker. Just go to the seated. So we don't go all the way in the range. Just flip it. Still get the target the same.
What we do is that he does, for example, walks squats. Then he never goes all the way up.
Nice.
Just
Perfect.
movements.
Oh, look at that. It's a good sign.
Que lo tienen quemado.
Rico, la verdad.
Pero mire que look at his posture now. Ahorita que se sentó.
You
ya no
feel
sé qué
open?
está como-
Yeah.
So that's where decompression is what it is. I'm going to show you the seated version. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
It's you're your own chiropractor now. You're learning how to readjust with tension and relaxation. Tension and relaxation. So a seated version, you bring the big toes together. You could close into an object, tall, and lean a little bit forward. Good. Now open the shoulders, palms up, thumbs out. Bring the hands out to the side, way out. Bring the hands up behind the ears. Open the elbows, close the elbows. Good. Open the elbows, close the elbows. Good. Nice. All the way open. Bring one hand down, the other hand up. Nice. Same thing we were doing in prone. Just doing it in seated. Now raise the heels out of the ground and you'll feel the calves and the lower half just do the whole job that it should. Details here are hand up and over into the left, up and over into the right, and then with the downside you're trying to close. So I want to see almost like thumbs in the armpits. Yep. And then there's a turn and a bend. Yes. Turn and a bend. Wonderful. Oh. Okay, from that position, without the heels touching, can you stand up?
Stand up with this closed.
If you can. Wonderful. Okay, now standing version.
There's always one foot in front of you.
I'm gonna let there we go. I was gonna let him have the, so that feeling is a reaction response, which is the brain making a neurological move. It's engaging deep core And the more time you can spend doing that, there's no other muscle exercise that's going to target that. It's an immediate response. And then you're preventing falls, but you're also building that elasticity. So once you get that hip back and the heels off the ground, ooh, you find that edge, play with the shoulder work we've been doing. So thumbs back, palms up, back, down and through, back, down and through, back, down and through. Beautiful. Elbows down, W's, Y's, hands together, elbows towards one another, but stay long.
Okay.
Tall, how tall can you get? There's the 6'3". You know you got it. Get that ball over the rim. Boom. Boom. Now eyes up. Because when the eyes go down, where's the head go?
Now.
And then where does the spine go?
Now.
Into this. And the purpose here is to open. And that'll help with your neck. Look left, look right. Give me some of these. Make a big yawn. Can you actually induce a yawn?
Eso se pasa.
Yeah.
Okay?
Help me audio.
That's a reaction response. That's a tighten and a relax. So it's a full body yawn. Cats, big dogs. One of these, right? They're not just stretching, they're actually engaged. And then they go the other way. They engage, and then they're ready. So they're bouncy. So the standing decompression is that. Okay, next one, I'm gonna take that block, put it right here. I want you to keep the feet straight, step 1 foot towards the block. Good, and then tall, hands up. Good, turn towards the front hip. Yes, keep the hip back. Reach your hands towards me.
Mire para enfrente siempre.
Hold that. Deep breath. Nice. Where do you feel? Feel the whole system? Yeah. A little taller, a little taller, a little taller. Good. Switch back, parallel feet. Good. Step 1 step back. Good. Step forward with the left foot. Okay. Close the back hip and then turn the pelvis and sit into the left side and then get tall. Nice. And then reach those hands up. Yes. Add tension, elbows towards, drive out. Good work. Good work. Tall. So you don't sink back in. Reaction, response, city, yeah? That's a good sign, okay? So if you don't have control up there, then you know your brain is just gonna flatten that tire on you, which is where your knees take the most beating, because you got at least 130 pounds then at that point dropping in on it.
Mire para abajo.
Good. Now, step through.
Mire para enfrente.
Good work. Now walk out of it. Go for a walk. So immediately turn into a relaxed.
Wow, look at his posture. Qué belleza de espalda.